The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
CeeDee Lamb, touchdown. End zone, Jake Ferguson. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, and Kyle Youmans.
It's a wonderful Wednesday edition of Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, live from the Star in Frisco, Texas, in the SWBC studios. Welcome in, everybody. We've got the whole cast and crew ready for you to rock today with Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Youmans. What are you upset about already, Isaiah?
We're about to talk about the Broncos defense versus the Cowboys offense, and I feel like we have the coy Josh and no C.
Oh, you don't have the coy no.
Why is that?
I don't know. I'm just feeling the vibes.
We're 30
man.
seconds into the
I'm
show.
just feeling the vibes, Kyle.
Blatant accusations. I think that's
Erroneous.
It's called projection.
No.
Josh is coy.
I'm not coy.
It's coy, Josh.
I'm not excited to talk about this today, but I'm not coy.
Are they gonna win again? I don't know.
Nice hat, bud.
You sound like a Sesame Street character.
I have the all black version
You
of that.
sound
hat.
like
Yeah, you like it?
yeah, Snuffleupagus.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that hat. You don't have one.
Joshaluphagus.
Josh Alefagis.
Whoa.
That's what he sounded like. Joshaluphagus. He said he sounded like a Sesame Street character.
My mom
Like,
Yeah,
used to call me Snuffleupagus.
bird.
that one.
Going with the long trunk.
Yeah. My mom used to call me that because my eyelashes go straight down and like
Isaiah.
cover my eyeball. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
I have not
Can't see
seen
it in the cam. But yeah,
HD.
HD. Now you know.
Isaiah Stanback.
Also, shouts to my mom. She had a birthday this week.
Shout out to Mom
Happy
Dukes.
birthday.
Hot up.
Love you,
How
mom.
about that?
Mama
love you.
Rodriguez. Mama Rodriguez.
Now, we've got plenty to talk about today. It's our offensive preview going up against the Denver defense, which might be one of the tougher defenses Dallas has faced
A little bit.
here on the 2025 season.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're legit. Even though they did give up 32 points against the Giants the other day, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Then,
We'll talk about that. And then the Giants gave up 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Historic comeback stuff. All right, Patrik, news and notes. Let's get right into it. Busy day today.
Yeah, busy.
And there was a little bit to talk about from yesterday, even though the Cowboys weren't even on the practice field.
Some drama.
Little bit.
Some
Yeah.
drama on a day off?
On the day off.
Like what?
Just stirring it up a little bit.
Yeah, well, let's start with the fact that, again, just to recap, the guys that are returning to practice from IR today, headlined by Agent Zero. Got to feel good about that. Marvin Overshown will take the practice field today for the first time since suffering his torn ACL last year. Also, Cooper Beebe, starting center, will return to practice and making his debut at Cowboys practice. His rookie third-round pick, Savon Revel. So that is great news. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Jonathan Mingle
Yeah.
will also returned to practice after suffering that knee sprain in the preseason that kind of deleted the beginning of his regular season. And now we get to the drama. Such a love, kind of not like you, kind of love you again relationship that this organization has with one of its all-pro cornerbacks. Jerry Jones, former general manager Jerry Jones, was on 105.3 The Fan yesterday. Now, normally he's scheduled to speak before Talkin Cowboys, but he is traveling for the owners' meetings. They tried to get in contact with him. The connection was not great as he tried to speak from the plane, so he ended up speaking around 10:30.
Those are the kind of problems I want to have.
Yeah.
It's like the connection's not great for my jet.
Sorry, dude.
Sorry,
First
guys.
world problems.
Yeah.
To the highest degree.
I'll get it fixed next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll call you later when I'm not on my jet.
What the heck AT&T doing, you know?
This is the biggest flex of all time.
Maybe it was somebody else. It was probably AT&T doing a great job to get him connected once he got back on the ground.
It was when he got on the ground, he was connected to
connected
AT&T,
to
and it was
AT&T.
perfect. It was basically FaceTime
He needs
quality.
that connection all the way through.
Satellite phone just wasn't hitting it.
I need AT&T to get some free
Wasn't
satellite.
hitting it. So when asked about Trevon Diggs, let's just a quick recap. Trevon Diggs suffered a quote-unquote accident at his home the Friday preceding the game against the who they just beat?
Commanders.
Yeah, there you go. So
And no clarity on what the actual.
I really just did that to be petty because I hate that team. So So no clarity. There's a lot of speculation as far as what actually happened. No one outside of the building knows for sure, and not a lot of people inside the building know for sure either, to be honest with you, because I've heard several different things.
I'm going to assume it was a cartoon bonk. It was like an Acme anvil. Like, yeah.
Wile E. Coyote type stuff.
Yeah.
Or like he was playing with Aiden, and Aiden painted the, like Roadrunner does, painted the highway on the rock.
A railroad
right
into the wall.
Hey, let's go with that.
Donk.
Jerry Jones said that he was quote unquote satisfied with the explanation, but he still will not reveal what the explanation was. So there's that. But here's where it gets interesting. So Brian Schottenheimer on Monday said that Trevon Diggs showed up in the building. They took a look at him, said, "Hey, don't look great, my friend. So go back home."
Which is standard procedure when it comes to concussion protocol. They bring you in, they double check, and then they send you home if you don't.
Yep.
Align with the mandated steps. Yeah, the benchmarks along the way.
Correct. So that's all, default stuff.
Yes.
Okay. This is not, though.
Oh.
Quote, "There's no reason to dwell on it anymore here." Okay. That's what it is. Consequently, what we did see is we played pretty well out there. I don't know the status of Diggs as we move forward, but I feel better about being able to play if we don't have him out there. End quote. Dropped Mike. I heard that and I was like, that's not how you typically speak about one of your cornerstone players who's absent from a game, and because typically it's
dealing with injury.
Yeah, you're dealing with injury of any sort. It's we were able to perform out there. We were glad to see that the guys stepped up in his absence. We love the depth there. The guys took to make the best of their opportunity, but can't wait to get them back on the field.
It was quite the dig.
I feel better. That was nice. About being able to play if we don't have him out there. I'll throw that to the panel.
Yeah. Reactions on that.
I'll say I don't feel better if he's not out there.
Okay.
I'll say that pretty plainly. I think that's
fair.
I think that's a normal take to have. Trevon Diggs, all-pro cornerback. I mean, I would love to see him out there. I don't know exactly the ramifications of why he's not out there, aside from this mysterious injury that he had in his home. But at least for me, outside looking in to this whole situation, I want him out there. Of course I do.
Well, I agree with you in the fact that you need bodies. He hasn't played well this season. I mean, that's just plain and simple. We've talked about that. But you need guys out there because as we're talking about the return of Kalen Carson, with the return of Savone Revel, they're not immediately going to go in and take the type of reps that Trevon Diggs can go in and take, whether it's good or bad. And we've seen a little bit of both from Trevon this year. So I'm with you. The whole situation is muddy. It is.
To say the least.
It's all muddy because, like,
since
you said,
when?
Since it began. I mean,
since the fine. It wasn't technically
since
a fine.
3 days before the opener.
I was
maybe
thinking
rehab.
I was thinking.
So that's what I'm saying.
Camp. Yeah.
Since $250,000.
Got you. So it started. It's already been brewing.
Yeah.
Coming to a head.
Maybe.
13 days.
What is that?
Yeah.
13
deadline.
Yeah.
Trade deadline.
Until the trade deadline.
Yep. I believe
I was going to say stop being coy.
I believe that once Micah Parsons was dealt,
Yeah.
Trevon was put on notice. I didn't say that on this show. I've said it in conversations.
Sure.
Once Micah was traded, Trevon was on notice. And that was a warning shot to either get in line or get out. And I believe what you're seeing is a fed upness from the organization.
Okay.
Coming from rehab, chose to do his own thing instead of be with the staff.
Yes.
They didn't like that. As
Nope.
my boy Josh would say.
Yeah.
They did not like that.
I don't like those words.
All right?
Don't like those words.
So, consequently, they did what? They fined him. Right?
Well, they didn't give him
per his contract,
yeah.
right? Okay. They did what
They
they were.
docked him the pay that was in the wordage of the contract.
Absolutely. Which they had the option to choose to disregard if they
They
wanted.
chose to. Yeah, they chose to.
They could have disregarded it, but they made sure that they Slapped him on the hand. Okay? Give me that bread. He didn't like that. They didn't like what he did, so they did that. Training camp.
Yep.
Number of things that took place at training camp that I don't know if it's public or not, but there were some things that they didn't like either.
Yeah. And even the public stuff in terms of the Micah deal and him
How he
co-negotiating almost at the same time.
how
with
he
the
was
media.
going and signing signs for pay Micah and all that.
Yeah.
There was some things that were taking place at training camp that I'm sure that
Just
they took
subtle
notice of
shots and things.
that they did not like.
Yeah.
Every time Micah was in the camera, who was in his hip pocket? After the Green Bay game, when Micah was in the camera, who was in his hip pocket?
Yeah.
Things that you notice as an organization that you may not like. His play, to your point, hasn't been great.
No.
Not justifying his paycheck at this point in time. No. When you get the big boy contract, you're getting paid partially for what you've done, majority for what you continue, what they expect you to continue to do in the future. Hasn't necessarily done that. He's not the same player he was pre-injury. At least we haven't seen it.
No.
We haven't seen it.
And we've talked about that
yeah.
even last year at times.
So we haven't seen it. I'm not going to tell a man what he can or can't do, but we have not seen it on film based upon what he's done in the past.
To be fair, you could have said that about Deron Bland pre this last game.
Absolutely.
Sure.
You hadn't seen him
You
the
know
same
what?
way.
1,000%.
Zone.
And that's a big part of it too. And his outward
Yeah,
criticism of the defense and not using man coverage.
And to be fair, we haven't seen Trevon play a lot of take that back. Chicago. We saw some man.
That did not.
You saw what happened.
Exactly. So play hasn't been great. So you couple those incidents that are already underlying disruptors per se, coupled with the fact that they're paying him a heck of a lot of money to do what they expect him to do, what he's done in the past.
And you're trying to introduce a new culture on top of all of these
And
things.
you have a new D coordinator who you're trying to implement. You have a new head coach and new culture that you're trying to implement. I will go on record and say that I don't believe that he represents what they're trying to do. I'll state that, right? Just from things that I've seen. I don't know the man as a person, but from some of the things that I've seen behind the scenes, I don't know that he necessarily matches that, but I think that they're trying to give him opportunity to get on board.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
so far-
probably the fairest way to say that.
And I think there were signs that he was trying to within the building.
For sure.
There were times where he was trying to get on board.
Yes.
But then there was a setback, or then there was
Correct.
there was of course when he sat out at the beginning of the Jets game, that was due to something that happened prior in the week.
So there's
it's all little things that just
layers.
stack up.
Hence the cycle I'm talking.
And had we had a winning record at this point, I think a lot of those things would be a lot lessened.
I agree. It always
I
is.
think it would be a lot
Always is.
quieter
Whether
from
you
that side
care
of
at
the
all.
ball.
But now the handful of people that are privy to the information as to why he did not partake in practice nor the game last week, I think you're starting to see the frustration because that is not how you speak about one of your top 3 highest paid players on the team.
Yeah.
One of, yeah.
It's just not how you do it.
Really, it's just not.
It's just not.
just not.
So I say all that to say that's your history. Okay, that's your history, and now this is the present. 13 days.
And the other part about it, since you're bringing up the trade deadline, and which I think adds another layer here of how frustrated the front office is, it's not how you talk about one of your highest paid players on your roster, period. It's also not how you would talk about a guy that you would want a team to want. Oh, we feel better about how we can play without him on the field. That to another team,
it devalues him.
It devalues what he could bring to another team too. If you're the Indianapolis Colts, if you're the Green Bay Packers, if you're the whoever is out there that's looking for a corner, and you're saying, "Oh, Trevon Diggs might be on the trade block, but Dallas doesn't really want him. The trade deadline's in 13 days. They're going to have to make a move at some point down the line. Why not wait and see what they decide? And then if he's in waivers, then we don't even have to give up a 6th or a 7th round pick, which, by the way, right now is probably the value you would get back. That's probably all you'd get is probably a 6 or a 7. Absolutely. I don't think, and that's even a stretch because of how this has gone and the play that he's had on the field. I don't think it would go any further than
And I think you also
a day
tell you
3
by the
pick.
comments that you're making out in the public.
Correct. I think a day 3 pick is all you're getting.
And also, you got to keep in mind if you're the other team having the conversation with the Cowboys, right? So you're hearing what they're saying about, oh well, we look like we're fine playing without him. So the other team is like, oh okay, so my offer is going to go down.
Yeah.
And then that other team is going to look at the fact that just next year alone, his cap hit is $18.4 million.
Yeah.
So it's almost $60 million in remaining cap hit over the next 3 years of the contract. So assume that the new team, if they were to successfully strike the deal for him, they could rework the contract, whatever. But next year, I mean, these are big numbers.
And Dallas could get a higher pick.
Yeah,
if they agree to take on more of the contract. They could maybe negotiate a higher pick. Maybe that's how you get into a day two selection. But
I will say this. I don't think Isaiah's off base, speaking from the team component of it. No. I think he's very much on base. I will add to that the other side of the coin in that I sat here on this show. We were out in training camp, and it was during the Micah thing, and it was when the trade request was first offered and things started to go so poorly between Micah and the Cowboys. And I said it. I said, how does this look from the Trevon Diggs component going forward because of how close those two guys are? If Micah is to be traded, this was back then I was saying, if Micah is to be traded, how does Trevon look at the Cowboys from that point forward? So it feels like, in conjunction with what Isaiah is saying, on the other side of that coin, Trevon isn't too pleased with the team, is my view of it. So I'm not speaking for Trevon.
I think it goes both ways.
Yeah, this is me speaking the observation. Just looking at the crumbs from the Micah situation falling apart to now. Yes, you're right, Kyle. I've seen a couple of times where Trevon he's tried to buy in. And he's kind of like, okay, all right, let's shake all this off and let's just focus. Let's just go play ball. But then things like, oh, so you really going to keep running zone, huh? All right, so I'm going to jump in front of this camera. And I'm going to say, yeah, I told him I want to run more man. Yep. Okay. And little things like that. And so Eberflus then gets in front of the camera, and he's like, I don't like grits. Okay. All right, I've been doing this long enough to know we're having a war of words here, are we? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then...
That's in the public.
And that's in the public. So then you look at the latest thing being the concussion and the fact that there's no explanation for it that's being provided publicly, but then even the people who are saying they're not going to provide it publicly, you can see, like Kyle said, the frustration in their face, like neck crack. You know what I mean? Like when somebody asks you a question, you're like, I don't want to talk.
And different than a lot of organizations, oftentimes players are valued more than coaches in a lot of organizations. Mm-hmm. I don't get that. I don't believe that's the case here. I believe with this staff and the way in which the Joneses have bought in to Coach Schottenheimer and what he wants to do, I believe that their chips are all in on Shotty. And if you didn't know that, then look at the Micah trade, right? Yeah. That was a part of it as well, right? Yep. It wasn't just a Mr. Jones thing. I believe that it was a culture thing with Shotty. And that's why I said it was shots fired, right? Warning shot to Trevon. He's like, now you got until November 4th to figure out what you want to do, right? Do you want to get on board or do you not want to get on board? And since then, there's been a number of incidents. Not one. Yep. There's been a number of things. Some of the things you just hit on. And then you throw in this last little curveball. It's built up. It is built up, and then you go out and you have a positive showing. Yeah. It affirms what the Joneses might already have in the back of their head is, can we produce without?
And that's what Jerry said to the media.
And that's exactly what Jerry just said to the media. So now you got a couple weeks. Your back's against the deadline. To your point, what is the value? Does he fit the mold? Deron Bland just got paid. DB is representative of what they want as a contributor on defense. A premier corner that does his job, doesn't do a bunch of talking, doesn't cause a bunch of drama, just shows up, performs, gets out the building. That's what they want. Right, I'm sure they'll allow somebody to be a little mouthy too, but
George Pickens on the team too.
not cause drama or
doing with it
any kind of disrespect. And I'll say this: we've seen it as of last year, right? Behind the scenes, there is a disconnect between some players and coaches in challenging of power in front of the team.
I think that's what we're watching.
And now this new regime. They're pretty much saying, we're not doing that anymore.
Real quick,
you can't build on that.
I'll say this. I know we got to get to the next segment. Yeah. Calvin in the chat, he said they already paid Diggs. Pat, what did he have to be upset about? Why do they need to convince him to buy in? I'm just going to say this to you real quickly. Go back and look at the Micah situation. Feelings, people will allow feelings to mess up the bag.
Yeah, for sure.
So
and I say this, and I think I said this on here. Losing Al Harris was the worst thing that could have happened for Trevon.
Air 5.
I think I said this a while back. As soon as we lost Al, I said that's not.
We
good.
talked about that
I was like,
for months. And then, of course, whenever it happened in Chicago, whenever that game happened and he's in Chicago.
For sure.
That was a talking point.
It's losing Al. Al was a big brother / mentor / coach for the entire room.
Yeah.
But some guys need Al more than others.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Trevon needs Al.
And
He needs
So the mentor-
Nashawn Wright
needed out.
needed Al,
Yeah.
and now Nashawn Wright is one of the better performing corners
So
in the league.
The mentor's gone. His bestie's gone.
Yep.
Okay.
And the coach that drafted him is gone too, head coach.
And the coach that's here, they're not jiving.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who calls the plays for him?
A lot of different things. Yeah. Defensive coordinator
Lots of
and head
coordinates,
coach.
yeah.
Both they're just not connecting and not see eye to eye. So we'll see how that
See how it
continues to
goes.
develop. I know a lot of people are really painting Green Bay as a landing spot. I think that plays a factor. I think it's a different NFC North team. That
I was
would
going
end up
to, I'm
in.
not going to say
I think
the
it would
name,
be.
but just,
Oh, I'll say it. It's Al Harris.
Yeah.
That's who's going to go get him.
Yeah.
If
I think Al makes a push for him.
at some point in time.
100%.
We'll see what the value is at some point. And hopefully it all kind of subsides and then he's back on the field and we'll see what happens.
Nashawn to be like, no,
All right.
it's going so well.
We've got to take our first break. When we come back, we've got some QB vision. Cowboys offense taking on the Denver Broncos defense today. Not good, Isaiah?
Not good, Bob.
Uh-oh. We're coming back with QB vision right after this.
I'm home.
Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you?
Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow.
Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impact 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
If you're looking for fresh American roasted coffee that gives back, you need to head to your local grocery store and pick up a bag of Black Rifle coffee. That's right, America's coffee is now available in the coffee aisle of a grocery store near you. Black Rifle Coffee Company is veteran-founded with a mission to give back to those brave men and women who have served our nation. Every bag, box, or can you purchase helps support that mission. Head to your local grocery store and roast yourself some Black Rifle coffee today.
Every day begins with a promise to work hard and to build a future. That's why we're here, providing the tools, expertise, and John Deere equipment you have relied on for generations to help you get the job done right. We're with you. That's our promise to you, because no matter the project or the challenge you're facing,
We're with you. We're united.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent,
Yup, some great talent.
and they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys.
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. Wear your Cowboys gear to a Black Rifle Coffee Company location. Check your local maps and area. There's a bunch of them popping up everywhere. And you'll get 10% off on game days if you wear your Cowboys apparel. Only on game days, but go check it out. All right. Cowboys, number one total offense in 2025, 390 yards per game on average.
Is that good?
It's very good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good, Bob.
How about this, though? Good on good. The Broncos have the top 4 ranked scoring defense and total defense. 18 points per game, which is 4th in the league. 273 yards allowed on average, which is 3rd in the league. So you got a top offense versus a top defense, which means this is going to be a top edition of
Wide 80. Wide 80.
It's time for QB Vision with Isaiah Stanback.
Hey, guys. Week 8, here we go. I'm going to come off the top rope right now.
Oh, yeah?
Do it.
I don't like it.
Already do that in the first segment?
Superfly.
I don't like it.
Say it with your chest Wednesday?
I don't like this.
Oh.
I don't like this.
That's not off the top rope.
It's off the top.
It feels like you're getting out of the ring.
I don't
feel like you're rolling up the bottom rope.
You're rolling into the bottom rope. They already rang the bell.
Come on, Isaiah. Get the tables.
I am. Hey, D-Mo, get the tables. I am excited to see what this offense is.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean? They're number one in the league.
I am excited to see what this offense is versus a defense that can match up man to man.
There you go.
Okay.
This is going to be a challenge. I'm not saying that Dallas cannot overcome this challenge or meet this challenge. I'm just saying my bubble guts are bubbling.
Oh, no.
Le Bouble.
Not on a Wednesday?
Like Pops on next Friday.
Le Bouble.
Stanley, you don't get out my...
Le Bouble.
Listen, these guys, they're nice. You can look at the stats, and the stats will talk to you, and I'll let the rest of my comrades speak on all the great analytics that Denver has justifiably.
Yeah, we got a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I'll allow that. Let's just talk about it in general because there's too many good players to start identifying individuals. They're that good. Good news. Good news. I don't know if you hit on this yet. You want to tell people the good news?
Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah.
Dre Greenlaw did a very stupid thing.
Really, really dumb.
And he was slapped on the wrist with a 1-game suspension.
Woo! Can he appeal that?
He did appeal.
And it got
down.
They told
Upheld.
him, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Big dummy.
Yeah,
If you saw the video, it was pretty.
it was pretty good.
Game
So
over. I'm going to go curse out the referee.
Yeah, and he appealed and
chased him down.
Ran him down,
Yeah.
bro. So left his team that was celebrating
Yes.
and went to go curse out the referee.
It's unbelievable.
he appealed, and Big Rod said, you can get the hell out of my office. So Dre Greenlaw will not be on the field.
That is huge.
Yeah.
That is huge. And I can't understate that. Dre Greenlaw is one of the best linebackers in football.
But what sucks is that their depth is
Their
insane.
depth is stupid.
Insane.
El
They have starters everywhere.
El Stupido. On paper, this team is amazing. We know about teams that look great on paper, but can they perform? Yes, they can. So on paper, it looked really good, and now in the game, it looks really good. This is a 3-4 base defense. That means they have 3 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and they have the corners that can guard you man to man. They don't give a doggone what type of football you want to play.
They don't give a damn.
They will meet you. All right. They have all the shoes in the trunk. They'll pop the trunk and put on whatever they need.
No,
they got tennis
not the
shoes. They
shoes
got
in the
cleats.
trunk.
They got spikes. They got whatever you need.
All
They
the
even got the
shoes.
doggone calf shoes that we wore back in the day. I don't even know if you guys want to talk about players. I mean, I can go across the board.
Yeah, go for it.
Their whole D-line, Zach Allen, nice. He's at the end position. DJ Jones, big nose tackle. This dude will put your center in your lap as a quarterback. Franklin Myers, hard worker. Cooper, number 0, outside linebacker, freaking motor out of this freaking world.
Power.
Yeah, just, oh my goodness.
He's strong, man. Strong.
The main guy, I guess you have to say, if you had to pick one, is Nick Benito, number 15, the defensive end who will be lined up over Tyler Guyton.
He's a dog.
He's a freaking pit bull mixed with Rottweiler mixed with Cane Corso.
Yes.
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
His get off
Just a monster.
is insane. If you run the same snap count, he will get it, understand it, predict it, and anticipate it every single time. There was plays that I was watching. On the platform that I use, I could literally filter out all whatever I'm looking for. So, like, for instance, they have 29 sacks. I said, let me watch every single sack. Nick Benito at times was in teams that run shotgun, like Dallas. By the time the quarterback caught the ball and got his back foot set, Nick Benito was 4 yards in the backfield.
I don't like that.
Like it is consistent. This isn't just okay every so often. Their DNs are getting up. Their outside linebacker, aka DNs, they're up the field and then they're spinning back and then they're pressing your tackles. I mean, there's pressure, man. The entire defense plays with an edge. They play with speed. They play with a violence. That starts from the inside defensive lineman all the way out to their rush outside linebacker / DNs. Their corners are lanky. They're freaking long go-go gadget arms. Okay, Dawson, would you say?
Yoga.
Yeah, man, listen. So,
Yoga
I mean,
flame.
they coverage-wise, yeah, I mean, they're going to bring pressure. This is one of the highest pressure teams in the league. And the way in which they bring pressure, think about, what everybody here in Dallas country loved about Mike Zimmer. Double A gap, right? Everybody lining up at the line of scrimmage. Who's coming? Who's not coming? Defensive ends are really wide. They put a lot of stress on the communication and the responsibilities of your offensive lineman. If I'm a tackle, I'm going to have two guys lined up outside of me. Which one am I turning to, right? If now I have a defensive end who now crosses my face, I have to take him. Okay, now I'm leaving the outside guy free to go run at Dak. They do stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
They screw with your responsibilities. Once they understand what your pass blocking responsibilities are, they make it very difficult. Running backs, you got to keep your head on a swivel because you really don't know who's coming. Your responsibility is going to go from the A gap, guy walked up in a gap, all the way to the guy who's 3 or 4 yards outside the defensive end. So they put a lot of stress on those guys in the pass blocking scheme, which don't allow them to get out to be an outlet.
Yeah.
The teams that have had success, I know a lot of people are going to hear me and say, "Oh, you're making it out like these guys are world beaters." Okay, yeah,
They're really good.
they're really freaking good.
Can I back up your
Yes.
point here with the analytics side? Because you're talking film here. I'm talking straight numbers. Broncos pass rush this year and where they rank in the NFL. Would you like to take a guess where they rank in terms of sacks?
Sacks 1.
They're first. How about quarterback hits?
1.
Also first. Quarterback pressures?
1.
They're first. Sensing a trend here. Quarterback pressure percentage, number 1. Players with 3 or more sacks, number 1. Then you go to the individual stuff. Most quarterback hits in the league. Zach Allen leads with 18 out of anybody in the NFL.
Down lineman, by the way.
That's and then you've got Nick Bonino with 17 that are right there at the top 2 in the league.
Crazy.
They get after you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the advanced portion of that. This is next gen stats. To back up Kyle's point, it's backing up Isaiah's point.
You saying my stats aren't advanced?
No, I'm saying they are. Let's advance the advanced. Because I know that's from the Packers. So just next gen. Shout out to next gen. 12.8% sack percentage, number 1 in the league. Sack EPA, minus 54.9. Number 1 in the league by a large margin. Second place is the Rams at 49. Like, you're 5 points higher than second place. They're going to get after you, Dak.
And to piggyback on what we're talking about depth, in terms of
The
depth,
trifecta backup.
against the Giants, the Broncos had 13 different pass rushers generate pressure on Jackson.
So it's coming from everywhere.
13 different pass rushers.
It's coming from
play on the field,
Bro,
There are only 11, dude. What are you doing?
coming from everywhere except Dre Greenlaw.
It really, like, seriously. I say all this to say, okay, how
He
can I best
pressured
put
the
this?
ref.
They get after.
did
Okay, so they get after the quarterback.
And he got sacked.
They only have a handful of interceptions. Don't be encouraged by that. Okay? Don't be encouraged by that.
Jeez.
This is arguably the best secondary in the league. Arguably the best secondary in the league. They arguably the best corner in the league.
Yep. I mean, he was Defensive Player of the Year last year for a reason.
For a freaking reason. Pat Surtain, the second. Their safeties, just freaking. Brandon Jones is a lightning in a bottle. He's all over the freaking place. He can cover. He'll come up and play your slot if you want to. And then Talanoa Hufanga, freaking heat-seeking missile.
I don't know how the Niners let him go.
Bro, I don't know. Just think about Troy Polamalu reincarnated. That's what he is.
So physical.
Like, seriously. Like, I'm not saying he's Troy Polamalu, but he's what's the best way of saying it? I don't even know, bro. Anyways.
He's a dog.
He's
2.0.
Coverage-wise, these guys want to play single high safety. They want to have a guy in the box. They will do a lot of invert too. They will. Ooh, I'm gonna say the bad word. They will mess with Dak in terms of what the coverage is. You know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We're used to that on the show.
Yeah, exactly. No, not saying that one.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'll be definitely in the principles of that one. It's difficult, man. I don't know where else to go with it. I'll let you guys back it up with stats. They're multiple in their looks. They're multiple with their guys that can impact you. This is not a team where you can say, okay, I'm going to shut down Josh Rodriguez and we're good.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yes.
And I literally mean Anybody and everybody can hurt you. The fact that Dre Greenlaw is not there is a freaking blessing.
Yeah.
But trust and believe somebody's ready to step up.
They're all entirely capable. And again, looking at the stats here, they use man coverage at the highest rate of any team in the NFL. And the parity is real, guys. 2 years ago, the Broncos got 70 points scored on them against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
It is a much different story now. The Dolphins are drowning, and the Broncos are one of the most feared defenses in the NFL currently. It's insane, the turnaround that the
Well, they got the personnel. They went out and got all their guys.
They got their guys.
And that's the thing is a lot of these names are familiar because they were successful in other places. And, of course, San Francisco had a couple of those guys that have played well, DJ Jones and Hufanga and those guys.
Greenlaw.
Yeah, Jesus. I forgot about him.
Yeah.
So you got to go pay your quarterback?
You don't got to worry about him this week. It's all good.
I'm taking him.
Give me.
Who deserves the credit? Because, of course, you've got the GM there in George Patton who helped put this all together. But you've got Sean Payton as the head coach. You've got Vance Joseph as the defensive coordinator for turning that all around from 2 years ago where they were getting 70 burgers put on them. Now it's one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL.
For them to stick with Vance after as a head coach, and then I think he leaves for a year, comes back. And then they stick with him after Sean Payton comes back. Oh yeah, he was fired. He was probably fired. Yeah, it was a bad season.
Yeah.
Unless they played the Cowboys for whatever reason. That was rough.
That was Vic Fangio.
Yeah, exactly. But to see him come back and them stick with Vance.
Yeah.
And Sean Payton have that trust in them to rebuild this defense to becoming, again, like I said, one of the most feared defenses currently in the NFL. It's amazing.
I tell you what, I'm just flat out excited to see this matchup, and for every reason that we're all saying, because just understand the Broncos are just damn good at playing defense at all three levels, and they're also fantastic at just redirecting the quarterback's eyes and misdirection pre-play and at the snap and whatnot. But then keep in mind the personnel. So a lot of people are going to look at the secondary, and like you said, they have a damn good secondary. But most people are saying, well, all they have is Patrik Surtain. No, sir. No, sir. Let me tell you about this Riley Moss guy. Yeah. Okay? Teams throw away from Surtain because teams are not dumb. You throw away from Surtain. But when you're doing that, more often than not, who you're throwing at? Riley Moss. So Riley Moss has been targeted a little over 20% of the time. That's the fourth highest rate in the entire league for anyone with at least 100 snaps. Okay. Now, Moss has allowed a completion percentage of only 42.5%, let's say 43% in coverage. That's the second lowest of any defender in the league. So you're throwing away from Surtain, which is smart. But don't sleep on Riley Moss's ability to stay in the hip pocket of your receiver. But this is why I'm excited about it, though, because, like you mentioned at the top of this segment, this is the unstoppable force meets the immovable object type situation.
Quite literally.
This is Surtain and Moss versus CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens with an MVP candidate in Dak Prescott throwing them the ball and a release valve in the seam with Jake Ferguson.
Yeah.
They have linebackers who can play.
Yes.
Like, this is going to be fun.
I want to give a couple more things. The reason why.
Can we do it on the other side of the break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take our second break. Isaiah's coming back with a couple more things.
Yeah.
Fun.
How's it going? You see that Cowboys game?
Oh, I watched. Been seeing some good things.
Totally. They have some talent.
Yup, some great talent.
And they got some fight.
Hoping this is the year.
Me too. Oh, I'm Cody, by the way.
I'm Travis.
Nice to meet you, Travis. Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys!
Make a new friend based solely on their shirt choice. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys. Copyright 2025 Bank of America Corporation.
If you shout, "How about them Cowboys?" you have that undeniable passion that's the heart of Cowboys Nation. And if you like to drink Dr. Pepper, you love the unique blend of its 23 flavors. Together, your one-of-a-kind fandom paired with the one-of-a-kind taste of a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper is the game day lineup that can't be beat. Better yet, gather your Cowboys and Dr. Pepper fan friends to watch the next game and crack open a delicious ice-cold Dr. Pepper for everyone. The wins will be even tastier. It's a pepper thing.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
I'm home. Hey, Mom, before you ask, I've done my homework and the dishwasher's unloaded.
Nice. Hey, can you... Hey, hon, yes, I've got the finale ready to play. Here's your wine.
Wow. Isn't it nice not having to ask? We think so. That's why if there's a network interruption, AT&T will proactively credit you for a full day of service, guaranteed. Credit for fiber downtime lasting 20 minutes or more, or for wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for details.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Back here on Talking Cowboys. Of course, this segment is brought to you by Invisalign, the official smile of the Dallas Cowboys. We're all smiling because we've got Patrik Walker, Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, Kyle Youmans. Isaiah, you had more to add on QB Vision, talking about the number one offense in the league, taking on quite possibly the number one defense
for sure
overall.
And I know people in the comments have said that we're glazing these guys. We are. You might want to respect them. Turn on the film if you guys have not. Everybody has.
I'm not glazing it.
I'm not using anybody's term.
I'm pouring all the glaze because you better understand exactly who the heck you're dealing with.
But respect them because they're damn good.
Offensively,
you shouldn't be surprised on Sunday.
Yeah. So defensively, they only have a handful of interceptions because they're so sticky on defense with the glaze. That quarterbacks are not throwing the ball.
We call that the same thing.
They're not throwing it.
Pause.
Right? They're not throwing it when under pressure because the pressure's getting there so fast. They're taking sacks. So the reason why they're so high statistically in terms of sacks and so low in terms of interceptions is because the quarterbacks are under duress immediately. Yes.
My Isaiah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You've got your question.
It's my Isaiah.
Hey.
Yay.
Patrik.
Here's what bodes well for the Cowboys against what you just said.
Please do.
Dak Prescott gets the ball out real quick.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. He gets the ball out real quick.
And he's got multiple options.
And he got multiple options, left, right, middle, multiple options. This is also going to be a key game. Let's just go ahead and say it. This needs to be the Javonte Williams revenge game.
Yes.
We believe in Javonte. Javonte Williams needs to absolutely go off in this game. That will neutralize, or at least help to neutralize, the insane pass rush that we know that the Denver Broncos have. That will also keep the corners playing honest because they're going to have to play and run defense and run support. So that's going to wear them down a little bit. And then you have to figure out play action at that point because now you have to respect it. And once you respect it, what is Dak Prescott really good at?
Really good at play action.
Okay, so between the time to throw that Dak Prescott excels in, and if Javonte Williams can have a revenge game, okay, or even just a
you
great
sing it again
game.
so I can clap this time?
Oh, which one?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Javonte.
Got it that time.
There we go.
Right.
So
I need to get a song going.
So
if we could add it,
we got a song for you.
I will say the Cowboys do have the personnel to combat this.
The touchdowns that Denver has given up in the passing game have all, I don't say all, 80% of them have occurred on their linebackers. So understand that underneath coverage, if you can get guys out, mainly outside the numbers is where these things have occurred. As I went back and watched their touchdowns that they gave up. Underneath coverage, outside the numbers, beating them across the formation. That's where they have lost in terms of their touchdowns.
And Dallas has been very good at that throughout the season because of the weapons that they have and how they utilize those weapons too. So there's a chance to get some success and get some production against this defense. Yeah, get you some.
Get you some.
Just curious, are you guys worried at all that they might have the ability? I think they do. Do you think that they have the ability to take away CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens in this game?
I think it's going to be this would be the most difficult test for both of those guys.
No. Or one or the other.
Well, the thing is, you're going to have to take risks. So if you're going to try to get the ball to those guys, you're going to have to shoot it. You're going to have to take your shot. It's going to be 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do a 50-50 ball
let's go.
Versus what they have out there?
Yes.
And they're going to go man.
And the answer is yes, right?
Yeah,
You believe in your guys.
yes.
The answer is yes, but it still is a 50-50 ball.
that's true.
And I want to emphasize that. So
the biggest thing, to you guys' point, if you can get the run game going, then all the misdirection that Shoddy bodes well. And if you can get misdirection going, then these guys have to hit their brakes. They have to hit their e-brakes. They can't come and get after your quarterback because they are now responsible for their guys getting out.
CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens probably each have 50 yards or more in this game if Javonte Williams establishes the run early.
Yes.
If they're able to get it going in the initial part. You look at what Dak Prescott has done this season and really over the last 4 weeks. He's had 4 straight games with 3 passing touchdowns, no interceptions in the same game. 4 straight weeks. That's the second longest streak since the NFL merger, only behind Russell Wilson back in 2015, who had 5 games in a row. But you look at the teams that they played in those 4 games. Green Bay defensively, that's probably the toughest task over the 4 games because then they played the Jets, the Panthers, and the Commanders in those 4 games. This is a different animal.
Yes.
Completely.
It's a Bronco.
And I think
I'm sorry. That was damn good.
Rather than a Panther?
Yeah.
It
is a different
That's
animal.
funny.
It's
a
Bronco.
different animal. It is a Bronco.
That's too good.
That is too good. But now I'm all thrown off. With all that being said, I don't know if he's going to have that same level of efficiency because they do man up so well on the outside because he's going to have interior defensive line pressure in this game.
Yeah.
It's going to come from the edge. It's going to be on the inside. It's going to happen either way. There's going to be interior pressure forced by Denver, and that's going to challenge Dak Prescott. There's going to be a mistake at some point in this game.
And before we get out of here, the one thing that we have not addressed, because everybody's going to have an argument against it. Well, how did the Giants do so well against them? They made plays. They made a lot of plays. Like some of the most contested catches that you can ever imagine. Jackson Dart threw it up there, and his guys went and got the freaking ball. These were not high percentage passes.
And Scatterboo was not afraid either.
Scatterboo was not afraid either. Like again, going across the formation, Scatterboo got it right. Talking about screen plays and things of that nature. You can use their aggressiveness against them, but you have to be in position to be a threat in that regard.
And the good thing is you have the personnel to do exactly what you just said the Giants did. You have guys who can make the plays, get the 50-50 balls, and you have a running back who not necessarily
inspired,
Scatterboo, but Javonte is a bully, dude. And
Juggernaut.
He's going in there, and this is the same Broncos team that didn't feel that he had anything left.
Woo! Say it again.
Should he
Let him hear it.
buckle up?
Yeah.
Should we believe in Javonte?
We believe in Javonte. So, yes, Javonte Williams, go have yourself a day, and everything else will play off of that.
I can't wait.
I think
this is
edge to the Cowboys for me in this one.
Wow.
Edge to the Cowboys. Everything we're saying is 100% true about the Broncos. This is going to be the Cowboys' biggest test of the season. But if Javonte can do what he wants to do, everything plays off of that.
I think, and we'll preview, of course, the Dallas defense versus Bo Nix in the aisle. I know.
That's what I'm saying. The edge right now, Cowboys offense versus Broncos defense, slight edge to Cowboys offense. We'll talk about the other side.
I was about to say, if you have a chance,
that's a different conversation.
If you have a chance in this game, the Cowboys need to have the edge in this matchup, specifically the offense versus the Denver Broncos defense. You guys are crazy.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. All right. We're going to get out of here on Talking Cowboys. Thanks for joining us. Hope you had some fun.
Yeah. For those that don't know, say his name.
I hope you had some fun over the last 45 minutes. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to preview the Dallas defense against Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton, and J.K. Dobbins, Denver Broncos offense tomorrow. That'll be an interesting matchup as well. For Patrik Walker, for Josh Rodriguez, Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back, I'm Kyle Youmans saying so long from Talking Cowboys. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!